So, it's been a while since my last video, and I kinda wish this wasn't my big comeback, but oh well. You saw the title, so let's just get to brass tacks. I'm here to publicly announce that I've been working on a fan game starring Knuckles the Echidna and Rouge the Bat. Now, I could stop there, but since I'm sure at least one of you out there wants to know more, I'll answer a few questions you might have regarding this announcement. What is this game? It's called Knuckles Quest, and essentially it's a continuation of the treasure hunting gameplay from the Sonic Adventure duology, where Knuckles and Rouge had to find pieces of the Master Emerald. The framework of Knuckles Quest was custom made by me in Unity and isn't meant to directly replicate either adventure game, but if you've played them, you should more or less know what you're getting yourself into. So far, while I've gotten the basic controls and mechanics down, I haven't finalized the game's concept yet, so I don't want to make any promises in terms of its full scope. At the very least, I'd say expect completely original levels and some sort of story. I mean, it's got Quest in the name for a reason. There's also going to be some other elements to set it apart from the adventure games, but I think I'll leave you to find out what those are yourself. Which leads into the next question. Can you play it now? Yes, you can. Right now, I have a playable demo available on itch.io, and I'm also going to have a booth for the upcoming Sonic Amateur Games Expo. Links for both of those will be in the description. Currently, it's got the two aforementioned playable characters and one hunting stage, though again, I plan on adding more in the future. I also recommend playing the latest downloadable version for the best experience. The browser version on itch.io works, but has some audio issues and worse graphics. If you've got any feedback on the game, you can leave it in the comments on the itch or Sage page. I would definitely appreciate it since the project is still a work in progress and, like any dev worth their salt, I want it to be the best it can be. If you don't want to keep listening to me rattle on and just want to check out the game, go ahead and play it for yourself. But if you're interested in hearing more about the development, or if you're a returning viewer of my channel, then stick around since I've got a couple of things to say on those fronts. Where'd the idea for Knuckles Quest come from? It's actually an idea I was forming while working on my video on the Sonic Adventure games that I made a while back. In that video, I brought up how strange it is that the hunting and shooting gameplay is given equal billing as the speed gameplay in Adventure 2, and it had me wondering, what if they just kept having Knuckles treasure hunting sections in later Sonic games, or even gave them their own dedicated game? Would more people accept their existence? Sonic's gameplay has obviously had many later games in its own series, fan games, and even spiritual successors to evolve, and while the same can't quite be said for the mech gameplay, I think it isn't too different from the third-person shooter genre that blossomed after SA2. The treasure hunting gameplay, meanwhile, is a relatively unique gameplay style that I don't think has been allowed to really develop after Sonic Adventure 2 in official or fan games. Now, it makes sense that Sonic Team wouldn't want the liability of continuing to make treasure hunting levels that not everybody likes when they already have to put enough effort into Sonic's gameplay, but it's a bit strange to me that for as prolific as the Sonic fan game scene is, and as popular as the adventure games are, I haven't really seen any notable fan-made attempts to revive this concept. There are a few exceptions, but they're usually in 2D, which I don't think works quite as well for the playstyle's explorative nature. The only 3D one I saw was Project ME, made by one Pause Queen and released for Sage 2022. Neat proof of concept, I like the animations, but from what it looks like, the developers moved on to other things. Other than that though, I haven't seen anyone else take a crack at making a dedicated Knuckles treasure hunting game. Maybe I just need to look harder. Regardless, I decided that with my limited game dev experience, I would be the one to take up this challenge.
What's the worst that could happen?
Is this the reason I haven't put out any videos in the past year? Kind of, but not really. Since I made it a goal to at least have a demo out in time for this year's Sage, I did start taking this project more seriously at the beginning of this year, and it's also worth noting that I've been working alone on this project since its inception. In theory, I'm not against having some extra help, but I'm not sure if I know anybody who's both willing and able to pitch in, and I'm not exactly comfortable with grabbing people off the streets, you know? Despite these factors, it's not like I've had no time to work on videos if I want. After all, as mentioned, I've been chipping away at this project since around the time I made my video on the Sonic Adventure games, which is about 3 years ago at this point, jeez. And I've made other videos since then. I'd say the problem is mostly just that I haven't really had all that many super compelling ideas for videos that I want to write recently, although there is one I'm hoping to get out this October, so look forward to that. Will I post more about Knuckles Quest on this channel? No, I don't intend to. If I make more videos about it, those will likely be on a secondary channel dedicated to updates or other content related to the game. Again, links in the description. I just posted this one video because I felt like it was only fair that my biggest following at least knows that the game exists. Those are all the basic questions I could think of. If you've got any other questions about Knuckles Quest, comment below and there's a good chance I'll respond. Thanks for watching and have a brilliant day!